make sure. Camera, check. SD cards, check. Tripods, all over the place. Oh man, this can only mean one thing though. Must be time for another photo quest. There's no fooling you guys. Hello there, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've been having a great week so far. Today we are out here again in the downtown Tampa vicinity, checking out old doors, under highways, train stations, anything interesting that we can find that we may want to kind of alter the way it looks. You know, train station, got this old cool vibe like behind me. You see all that green, misty, old working vibe. Well, you see it looks kind of aesthetically well too lit and too cool. Well, we're gonna fix that. And the way we'll do that today is by adjusting the aperture. Oh, you know, there's always some learning involved in this. It's never just a free ride. So let me grab my gear. Let me take a little walk. Let's see if we can find some good examples. I've already seen some doors I like. I'm a horrible door photographer, as you'll see, but let's get going. So, today we're going to talk about aperture, and how lucky for me, I come out of my car and bang! I come across this beautiful spot that they've created for the lovely residents of Hillsborough County. It's a fantastic path lined with palm trees and year-round green perennials and annuals and beautiful grass, and it just really is the perfect setting right now for today's lesson. Although I hate to call it that because I am no teacher by any means whatsoever. Today we will be going over aperture. It's that A symbol that's on most cameras. You always wonder what the hell that does. Well, when your camera's set to aperture mode, all the other settings around it are taken care of by the camera. I like that. The shutter, the white balance, everything else. Pretty much the same way if you put it in any other priority, it takes care of the rest. But aperture priority is pretty sweet because what the aperture does is really, for me, I call it the mood setting. You know, if you leave the aperture very low, you get pictures like this. If you put the aperture very high, you get pictures like these. And when you get the aperture just right, which I rarely do, but I always try, you can get some really sweet looking pictures that may resemble this if I did it well. I don't know yet, but that remains to be seen. So, on today's mission, I'm going to be wandering around this little, I don't know, call it semi-downtown area. It's behind the Coliseum, between Ybor City, next to the train station. They're trying to develop it, make it into some very high-end condos and high-rises. I like it. I don't think I can afford to live here, and I know I wouldn't want to pay the taxes, but let's see what good examples we can get for our camera. I'm looking for doorways. I'm looking for unique architecture. I love architecture. That's actually kind of cheating, but I gotta make myself happy too. And I'm looking for unique lighting situations like the one in this particular area. So let me get my camera out and let's get some examples for you. All right, this is really turning out to be quite the great day. I think I'm really getting some great examples, like this one right here. That's very bad aperture setting. But then you got the sweet one like this one, where the aperture was just 100% on the money. And of course, there's tons of these mediocre guys like, you know, this example and that example. Yeah, and that one too. But so far today, I have nothing to complain about. It's a beautiful day out. There are a ton of tourists in Tampa. I have to be honest with you, I am completely surprised. I'm down here, like I said, in the yuppie millennial, upwardly rich and mobile part of town. And there is people on their scooters, people on their bicycles, people walking, people jogging. It's impressive. I'm proud of you, Tampa. You're getting out. Well, this is the time of year to live here. I mean, hate to say it, it's probably more snowbirds than it is locals, and a lot of college kids, which are all, again, out-of-towners. I'm still proud of you. You're outside, not on your computers, not blowing this lovely day. People pay big money to come here and enjoy this. And the scooter and bicycle rental, I don't care what they say, Hillsborough County hit a home run with that, because those things are rented, and they're not littered all over the city. You know, you shouldn't give them a bad name because in certain cities it's not working. Seems to be working pretty well here. Accidents, always going to be a few, but it's not the chaos they said it would be. And again, on a day like today, absolutely wonderful. I was going to look for a scooter myself, but I got too much very expensive camera gear on me, and we won't be risking that until I'm a much better scooter rider. Maybe I'll do that with Rini. Click, thought for the book. Anyway, I think we'll wander around, see if we can get some architectural examples of good and bad aperture settings, and see what we find. I think I'm having maybe way too much fun and not focusing on getting my work done. That's when you know it's coming out well. When you're just completely devoid of time and have no idea what's going on, you're probably doing the right thing. Good or bad picture, it doesn't matter. You're definitely doing the right thing. But let me get some more examples, just a few more. Too much fun today. I really am having a phenomenal time. I can't tell you. I find all the architecture I wanted to film. I found a whole bunch of people to talk to today. A whole bunch of tourists from out of town just loving Tampa. That's what I like to hear. Made a new friend or two over at the train station. Oh man, then I come across this little gem, a county building. Where else do you get to climb up on a wall and test your balancing act like back in the old day? Makes me feel like a kid all over again. Can't do it when this thing is open either, so Monday through Friday it's out, but on Saturday, if you're quick and the security doesn't catch you, then it ain't breaking the law, right? Ooh, that's a sign right there that says don't do that. I took my chances. I got my own insurance. I wouldn't sue the city. Anyway, I hope you enjoy these examples. They were mediocre at best, but still came out alright. I think you're probably by now getting the idea of what I mean with aperture. Very high number, very, moody, dark, way more attitude type picture. Way low number, well, you get a cheery, bright, lot of light, lots of color, everything unmuted. And anywhere in between, well, you get a real mix of almost real life that way, right? But I have one more building that I haven't shown you yet that I'm absolutely dying to take some pictures of. It's the one I should have started with, but I decided to end there because I knew I'd be tired and I'd have more patience at the end than in the beginning, because in the beginning you just want to get it done. So let's get over there, get a few more pictures, a few more examples. Mostly bad, not many good, but a few more examples of how the aperture can play a role in setting the mood in your picture taking. All right, we've come to the end of our little tutorial today. I've been out here for about 2.5 hours. Probably put in, I wouldn't want to guess, but at least 5 or 6K. Got some awesome shots, I hope. We never know until we get back to the lab. And you know my goal, one good shot. But I know we got a lot of great examples of aperture. Low aperture, high aperture, correct aperture, wrong aperture. And I hope this helps you understand at least a little bit more what they mean when they talk about that devil, the aperture setting. But like I said, it's one of my favorite to use. It gives so much depth and feel to the pictures. It's something you should definitely try to utilize if your camera has that setting and it allows you to manipulate that. Definitely play with it. Like I said, the camera's only as good as you are, and you can only be as good as you know how the settings on the camera works. So play with them. Take several pictures of the same thing, so if you screw it up, likelihood is you got one good one at least. And if not, there's always another day. So, I hope we've all learned something today. I have. A lot of bad aperture, so I know what to do in the city setting now. I didn't do a lot of fidgeting with my settings when I'm in the city, but I think there were some lessons to be learned here. But as always, y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe. Love ya. See y'all in the next one. Ooh, aperture. Not as scary as you thought, huh? Nope. Just keep playing. Play.